Now the surface tie command can be used in a lot of different areas, but it's basically you can take a line string and project it to a surface using certain slopes. So I set this area up in here to, let's say, or assume that we want to take this edge of our, maybe sidewalk or back a curb and project it down to the original ground surface so that the area in here remains undisturbed, and maybe there's a cemetery or something in there that we can't touch and we want it to stay natural to the original ground. So we've done our design and grading up to that area, and now we want to tie it to the surface. You could also use this, tying from the edge of a pond down to original surface, or any combination. Basically, you're taking a line and you want to tie it to a surface. So if I go to the surface tie command on the surfaces tab, you're going to select the object, but give it a name first. So we can call this, surface tie area 1 maybe. You want to put it on a layer, so maybe it goes to the breakline layer or another layer. You want to select a surface you want to tie to. So I want to tie to this original ground surface, or this AES topo modified. I already have the line string selected, but if I didn't, I would just go ahead and pick it. And then you choose a direction. So I want to go to the inside, so you can see I have a glyph marker that I can just pick to make sure that I'm on the inside versus the left side, so it's going to the right. You can tell it to display just the line, or have it display these projection lines, and you'll see those in a second, and that's what's controlled by the maximum spacing. So I'm going to put a 5-foot interval for the spacing, and then I'm going to come down here for my cut slope. I'm going to go down at a 2:1, and then anywhere that's in a fill area, we could go to a 3:1. So it's going to take this line, and depending on whether I'm in a cut or fill, and it's going to project it to and tie to the surface. Now if it's an outside corner, I can tell it to project round or sharp, and then if I want to, I can add it to a surface. So it'll actually take this surface tie and add it as a break line to whatever surface I select. So if I wanted to, I could go down here and add it to the finished ground. So I'm going to just go ahead and click apply. I'm going to leave this at none. I'm going to click apply just so you can see the surface tie. Now I just did it, and you can see in this area over here is that the blue basically is representing that it's a fill. Okay, so you can see that my line is higher than the surface, and then where the red is, it's in a cut. So it's projected and tied to the surface. So over here, this line is lower than the original ground, so I'm going to cut it back. Where over here, I got to fill it. So basically what it's done is it's created a tie all the way around that surface where it could, and has and basically is tied in. So you can see here it's projected, and it didn't do anything in here because it couldn't really do anything. It just went ahead and projected it off of here and then cleaned up that corner so it doesn't overlap, because this is projecting over and that's projecting over, so it cleaned itself up in this area. So it's smart enough to know not to intersect or overlap. So again, that's what the surface tie command can do. Same thing that happened over here. It actually just projected over where it needed to, and therefore didn't give me extra data.